morning, afternoon, or evening. Welcome back to the channel once again. And if it is your first time here on the channel, my name is Gigo, and today we will be looking at architectural drawings and also some of the projects that we've been working on the past few weeks. So, if you are ready for today's episode, kindly please do subscribe to the channel, like the video, and let's go. So I would like to use this opportunity to address most of the questions that we get. Sometimes people do send us pictures like this and then they want to know how much it's going to cost them to build their dream house. Sometimes they do have the number of rooms that they want, but actually it's very difficult to just give you an estimate of how much it's going to cost you to build a house like this without a proper measurement. We need measurements like this. We need a drawing like this to be able to tell you how much it's actually going to cost you to build your house. We can just maybe give you a general idea by mentioning a price off our head based on experience, and maybe we've built a similar house to someone, then we can use that to tell you how much. But when we get a plan like this, it gives us more information, with the window size and what really has to go in, even including the roofing, the wood we have to use, the pillars, everything detailed. That's why you really need to get in touch with an architect, and that's what we do. Even the windows, it tells you the doors, which size, the windows, which size, more details drawing, the wood for your roofing. You can see everything in this diagram. This is what we actually need to be able to tell you how much it's going to cost you to build a particular house. Like I said, we can tell you that any price, but that is from our head. With this, you can see the pillars also, the measurement of the pillars, how deep it has to go, the wideness, and everything, so that we don't start work and then later we'll come and tell you you have to give us more money, which so that's what most people do, because they want to get the job from you. They will just look at a picture like this and then they just tell you it's going to cost you this amount of money, and then you fall into that victim, you fall into that trap, you give the money to them, and they know that that's not actually the price, but later they will tell you prices are going high and the materials are going high, so you have to give more money, so that we can. Meanwhile, you are not also prepared for that. Maybe if the person would have been honest to you, you would have changed the plan or you would have changed the design to build something that will suit you. So let's be careful, with kind of the questions that we do ask. This drawing like this, a picture like this, just gives you an idea of how the house is going to look from the outside. That's the main thing when it comes to 3D. It just tells you how it's going to look from the outside. The 4D, which is the video one, will give you some idea of how the position of the various rooms and the things, the kitchen. That's the work of the 4D. But you need an architect to go to your land, measure the land, and give you a correct drawing, and that's what NAT does. So if you're interested, to get detailed drawing of your house, if you have a picture like this, you can send it to him and he will modify it for you, ask you one or two questions based on your taste. He will modify it for you, put it on paper, show it to you. If you accept, then we put the measurement based on the size of your land. Based on the size of your land, we put the measurements in there, and then we give you an estimate how much it's going to cost you. Normally we don't even put prices, we will just give you the quantity, the number of materials you need, and based on the numbers, when you multiply it with the current price of material, you already know automatically how much you are spending. And that's what we do. So if you are interested, get in touch with Nat. And if you have your personal builder also, it's not a problem. We can work with him. That's what we do on the channel. It's a production group, so you can always use some of our artisans for your own project. And this is the advantage of asking Nat, or an architect to go to your site. When he gets there, he can measure the land and even tell you maybe you can build two or three houses, on the same plot, depending whether it is 1.5 or one. When he is there, he can do that calculation for you and he can advise you. So that is what we did for this client. We went to the land. Maybe he will tell you, I want to just put just two houses there. But when we went there, we were like, no, you can put the same sizes, three. We just have to squeeze one or two things. And that is what we did for this client. Like I said, no, not all the client wants us to put their project from start to finish on the channel because of security reasons. And we really respect that. There are so many projects that we've done that we've not even put on the channel, even bigger ones, but we do respect our clients a lot, but sometimes they do get excited, during the process, because of the progress and the plan that we have, and then they don't even care anymore. They're like, yeah, you can share it, but then it's too late for us because we didn't make videos from the beginning. We didn't make step by step, maybe just the videos to keep the person updated because most of them are out of the country. And yeah, so that's what we put together during the whole process, and that's what I'm sharing with you guys. So please take note of the type of drawings and then the estimate that you ask for. Don't get trapped, start with your project and then later get stuck somewhere because you don't have the money to continue. Planning is very important, in construction. I know most of you contact my contractor, and sometimes he's a little bit long because he wants to check, control, go to the site, ask those questions, and most of the people don't have patience, and that is how you make mistakes. So please have a little bit patient with the contractor when he wants to do his checks before he starts the project because he doesn't want to tell you it's going to cost you this amount of money and then come back a later and come and tell you we need more money. We always check, double check, and cross check. That's why we take our time to build. And please, when they go to your site for inspection, kindly please do give them transportation. That's at least the thing you can do. Even if you're not going to use them, the transportation is important because they spend their time, and transport to get to your site. But if you're going to use them, that's fine. I understand because during the process you are employing them to work, so they make their money at the end. So these are the things I like to share with you. You can check out what we've done for this client. Beautifully done. Three of this is just one of the three house that we built on like 1.5 plot. I will say three houses, nine sites, and all because we went to the site, we took measurement, and we got it done. So we have another one which is also coming. If you build with one client and he's happy, there's more to come. So we are working on another one. We'll keep you guys updated very soon. And please, if you are watching our YouTube videos, kindly please do pay attention to what we are doing. It's not only about what we say, it's also about, what we are practicing. That's also more important because some of the things we cannot say it, but we can just put it in the videos for you to see the work being done. So this is it for the Medina project. So let's go back to the Bone project. We did a concrete casting, and I'll hand over to the contractor.
This is the town project. I don't know how you name it. I don't know how you name it. Metal work. You can stand here and also see the sea over there. So this is the view. It's quite a little far, but you can see everything clear from this angle. This is the environment. It is a very huge project, as you can see. So there's parts to be cast. We only do for half. You can see even the half. It has two staircases. This is one. This is one. other one is also there. When we get there, you will see it. But it's very huge. Very, very huge. From this side to the far side. And this is half of it. Then from here, this is another half too, which haven't been touched. So you will realize the size of it. The concrete is ongoing. Yes, sir, baby, I want here. Yet me a cast it. Actually, now we see her. And I do her. See her. Yeah, they are casting. Mewa no. The cement aka no 36 bars. 36 bars. That just 39 year free mono. Yeah, dinner. I just said they can. And then no. Where the other room? Me copy cash. I got to be. Aba breko. I say dinner. I say to me. Enkono nso nti no. Konkra no no. Enka na obedi. Yes, ne die. Yanye nso. This is the home project. If we are casting now. But when we move it around to this side too. But this is just half of it. It's not a small job, as you can see. Yes. Here is it. We are down. So the hanging have turned to floor. To see the size of the floor. So now it left with this area. And it also a bigger portion. It has two staircases. This is one. You can see everything is under calculation. You can see this matches with the one going down.
So this brings us to the end of today's episode. I really do appreciate your time spent here on the channel. Kindly please do like this video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in my next episode. Let's get to it.